Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another edition of Frustrated to Freedom. I am Bill Morrow, your guide on your way. Yesterday we had the red flag, a red rag. Today we have episode number 86, The Old Ways. Now, it is true that we are, if you notice in the background before I get started here, you'll see a whole load of books. These are the books that I have used to make this series. So it's not all from in here. A lot of it is, but I condensed it down from those books. And if you look very carefully, you might even notice some of them. The ones on top of the printer there, it's a bloke called Shakir Hussein. Yes, backpack millionaire. That's there as well. Yeah, all of these things. Now, back to what we have, the old ways. Now, very simply, it was a case of we did stuff, we learned, and then we just tend to forget it. Now, the old ways was to read and read and read, and now we're going through a different stage, and all these books give you a new idea, a new slant on the whole thing. And there's some that I'm reading now are still going to give you some strange actions. But when we visualize, we dream, we think, we make a plan, and then we write the program down. We write it so that we can get action. And then the final stage is visualization. We visualize. Now, visualization is not just imagination, not just a brief think. Visualization is the thought in as much complete detail as possible. And the more you do it, the more detail you will get into the process, so that when you look at the picture in your mind, visualizing, you can see the scratches on the car. Oops, not my car. You can see the detail in it. And that is what you've got to do. The detail that comes into these things, that's what it is. The effect of adding reality to the unsatisfying dream, that is imagination. So you add the detail in there, and that's done by forcing the idea into your mind, visualization. And we're going further into this one as well later on. It's just like the inventor who starts off with a dream and a thought, and suddenly we have a spaceship or some such thing. We have electricity, we have the car, we have an airplane. All started off with a dream, a thought, and then onto paper, and then the idea, stick it all together, a bit of tape here, a bit of string there, and eventually you had something that worked. And that's imagination. And then coming, in our case, going from imagination to visualization. And that is the big feature. So it's not easy at first, but like all of these things, we have to stick with it. You have to keep practicing. And practice is exactly what we do in everything we do. Right, today, have you done your list? My list is there. Yes, I have checked it. And you should be doing exactly the same, because all of this process is going into your subconscious, where it's going to be productive. And that's exactly what's going to be productive. The scientific basis of achievement has been studied and analyzed, and this is how we create this the dynamic psychic attitude. So it is scientifically gained, all this information. It's not just It's reading, studying, visualization, and performing, making the act work, making it happen. And these are the things we got to do. So the old ways of just reading, looking, and in most cases forgetting are not what we want now. We want to retain the information, and we retain that information by imagination, by visualization, going into detail. So look at a picture, close your eyes, look at the detail in that picture. Open your eyes and see what you've achieved. That's the sort of practice we go through now. Just thinking, visualization, the detail, smell the flowers in your mind. Be able to do that. And that's exactly what we want. And that will lead us eventually, again by repetition, to be able to forget the old system, forget the old ways. And remember again, to get great things, you must dream, act, and believe in what you are doing. So it's that visualization that becomes from the dream to the visualization, and then belief in you and belief in your achievements. And of course we're now coming up to the new year, and we'll get everyone doing their New Year's resolutions and all that sort of thing. I'm afraid I don't bother with it because I believe in what I'm doing all the year round. Hopefully, yes, I take things on and don't do them, just like everyone else. So I don't bother with the but men and women make promises, and it's only their actions where they differ. So we all do exactly the same thing. We all say, oh yes, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. But it's the actions they take that make the difference. And of course, the visualization. Think about it, picture it, smell it. It's all in there. See you tomorrow, my friends.